And we are back with the second round of racing. All of our drivers getting ready. And that straight to the third sector. And we have a pack of over 40 drivers, almost 50, 48 I can get to see there. Almost. So we have a show guaranteed, Adri.
A very good show guaranteed. I think that a continuation of the show we saw in the first heat, so to say. Another 15-minute battle all around the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya racetrack with Jose Sicilia and Jonathan Alvarez, the two great main characters of the last race on row number 1, David Perez and Sergio Real surprising everyone on row number 2, Aitor Cajide and Victor de la Fuente on row 3, Adrián Baeza and Jose Manuel Sicilia on row number 4, and then Nacho Limorti and Jose Antonio Espada completing the top 10, starting for that 10th position. And well, let's see if we have some surprises now that Sicilia materializes on the grid. We are ready for that short burst of speed through the stadium section that will lead us to the green flag.
Very close times between the first two in the grid. Jesus Sicilia with R2 Heart International, the number 8, and Jonathan Alvarez to his left, the number 34 with Maven Motion Pictures, today with a chance to put at least I don't know if a checkmate, but for sure in a check is going to get Jesus Sicilia with Jonathan. Maven Motion Pictures in the car of Jonathan. Sergio Real behind him in fourth position with David Perez aside him, Anarca Products and Galindo Gardens. And they start to move. Let's see if we can get a view from the whole group moving through the third sector, because they are really a big group, big two lines of cars.
And we see this aerial move, aerial view, which allows us to see those corners from the top, and the topography and their challenges.
And let's see if we can get with the head of the race, because they're about to start. They are taking on the 15 turn. The pace car is going to get out of the way, and Jesus Sicilia is about to step on the throttle. There we go. David Perez. David Perez very close to Jonathan Alvarez, the number 34 and the 19. Alca Products and Maven Motion Pictures, door to door. David Perez. Taking close, he's doing it. Very well done by both drivers. Jonathan Alvarez being able to stay in front. The number 34 with Maven Motion Pictures in second position. The number 8, Heart to Heart International, with Jesus Sicilia staying in front. But right now, Jonathan Alvarez is trying to make up the distance in that encounter with David Perez.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Jonathan Alvarez almost gave up on trying to start with Sicilia and concentrated all of his efforts and focused all of his efforts in trying to keep David Perez at bay. Now that he is actually behind, he will look at starting again the charge on first place from Jesus Sicilia. Let's see if he makes it this time.
Such a close call in the first turn of the race, and Jonathan Alvarez already putting the pressure on Jesus Sicilia, trying to be as close as possible to not miss any chance that he gets to overtake Jesus Sicilia, pushing as hard as he can. David Perez getting a bit closer to the two in front, Nacho Limorti as well, chasing the pack in front, Jose Manuel Sicilia with Victor de la Fuente, Alpauto Paints in the car of Jose Manuel Sicilia, and Stefan Halbluter, the number 45 with Be Social in the middle of it as well, made in the third section of the pack, and already some drivers taking on the pit lane with but I think it might be a bit of damage.
We have Aitor Cajil in 4th place. By the way, Jesús in Sergio Real. And yes, some drivers that had taken it to pit lane to repair some damages, and yeah, their race already compromised.
And Aitor Cajil at number 52 with the Spec Ops also in the top 10, being able right now to stay. I don't know if he's 5th or 4th. I think it's 4th.
He is in fact. And we're seeing right now with that 147 that he made on the last lap. Remember that for those that might see the differences between the qualifying times and the race times, they are not as fast in the race because you need the tires and everything to last till the end, and also fuel plays a role in there. As we see the top 3 again converging very, very close.
Very near. It's David Perez to the 2-man in front, and we have top 3 fighting for it, and it's going to be close calls all around. I see that in the picture, in a very near one. Jonathan Alvarez, maybe motion pictures, already trying to stay very close behind that heart-to-heart international car from Jesus Sicilia, number 8, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get as close as to challenge in the break zone, but it seems that he's not yet.
That is amazing to see. We have such an intense battle. You can feel the pressure. You can feel you could almost hear the exhaust of the engines going by. You can hear the engines, but you can really feel it because they are just on the limit, trying to make those positions by also being smart, because you need to. If you get carried away way too much, you might crash.
Well, Jose Sanchez with future Nissan, the number 4 on a chase with Josh Arnold here, number 7, Darwin Plumley, CPA in front of that future Nissan car. Carlos Paixão Barbosa with Regency Beauty Patent, the number 14, is staying in front of a group, being able to hold on off, but I don't know for how long. And it's going to be intriguing as we advance in this lap. Just now, people are getting closer together. Victor de la Fuente being able to make the overtake on Sergio Real, with Galenos Gardens having to let a couple of drivers go by. The number 25, Victor de la Fuente, being able to make the overtake over him. Very close together with Adrian Baez in front of him. Both right now 4th and 5th.
Victor de la Fuente trying to hold there. Jose Manuel Sicilia in 8th. He's not been as high as he was in the other events that we had recently, but he's trying to make his way forward. I don't think it's gonna happen there. He carries momentum, but that might not be enough, and also actually he has to brake a little bit more than usual to not run into Victor de la Fuente. Oh, I think Victor de la Fuente is actually trying to overtake Adrian Baeza. Sorry, I mixed up those cars, and Baeza is actually in front of Victor de la Fuente, just defending.
Victor de la Fuente very close to Adrian B. Social in front of Ocean Landing. Right now on a car in the middle of the track, in the middle of the 4th turn of the track.
What was that?
He saw him sideways, stopped. Roberto Muñoz.
That's a bad marker.
What a situation there. What a situation there. The number 33 pushing him. Leave him standing in his right door. What a situation right there.
I didn't saw if who crashed into him, but I hope that it wasn't a front runner. It didn't look like it.
Roberto Muñoz was the driver there. And I must remember all of our viewers that he's healthy, he isn't injured, he's okay, it's a simulator, and you're watching this thanks to the platform we are using. and of course, which is iRacing, and of course, all of our sponsors that make this possible. This is GC Racing, and the webpage that you want to visit to take on the raffles that we have ongoing, as well as the GHA jackpot. So please check out allgratefulhearts.org to check all of those great prizes that we have ongoing and win tokens. And if you do, you're going to get a chance to get those 6 numbers right in the GHA jackpot in the 3rd round. Right now, we are watching the 2nd round. 15 minutes. The 3rd round will be 30. And they will have to stop for fuel in that sip and go that we normally do. And right now we are watching some of the drivers having to stop for a different reason, because they seem to be damaged. They seem to have their car impaired. So I don't know how long it's going to take and what drivers had to go through the pit lane, but let's see if they get back on it ASAP. And we get going with Jonathan Alvarez, the number 34, still chasing very close, and I don't know if this is going to be the way it is or the way it's going to be for the rest of the sessions, but it always get to this point in La Caixa turn where we get to see Jonathan Alvarez close up with Jesus, and then Jesus being able to escape a little bit in this 3rd sector. I don't know if that's going to be the dance, but that's the way they're dancing right now around the track with those BMWs M4s. GT3s.
I think I might be becoming Bill Murray, because this looks like Groundhog Day. Absolutely. I think we've seen this movie already, and it looks pretty similar to what we saw in the first race. Jonathan is very, 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 very close, but I'm kind of surprised that he never looks like he's carrying enough momentum from the straightaways to make a pass. It is interesting. Maybe this could indicate the lack of top speed, maybe that he might be having. We know that the setups are fixed, but yeah, it's kind of surprising.
All of our drivers having to drive the car with the same setup, the same configuration for all of them. The only thing they can change actively is the brake bias, so they are really leveled for the competition, and we can see just the pure talent and speed of the drivers in the top 10 getting them there. Aitor Cajide is one of them, the number 52 with Spec Ops staying at bay from that menace that Adrian Baeza imposes and supposes to him. The number 16 already staying in front of Victor de la Fuente for the whole round, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold Victor, the number 25 with Ocean Landing, for the whole round.
Pariente right now, another of the regulars in the championship, right now going through that Caixa corner, taking a little bit of the AstroTurf, the green bit that you see behind the curbs, that is actually intended to impair a bit the grip of the drivers without actually catching them out like you will do with a gravel trap. That is just at the right. We see a car right there at the exit of a chicane stopped. I think that's another one of the markers.
And I don't know if that was Marcos Calvo or Alex Arteaga, not sure, not 100% sure, but it was a Healthy Nails RX car. By the way, Healthy Nails, thank you very much to our sponsor for this week event, Healthy Nails RX. Check them out to get your nails as healthy as they can be. Marcos Calvo is still going, the number 1 in the list, but right now fighting to climb to the top 10. I don't know if that was a driver with trouble. It seemed like it was that way. And Jonathan Alvarez is still trying to close distance with Jesus Sicilia in front of him. I don't know if Jonathan saw the little bit blinky-winky situation of the car from Jesus Sicilia just there, but it seems stabilized already. And Maven Motion Pictures still chasing Jesus Sicilia, but right now with that Alga Products car from David Perez, the number 19, making himself noticed in the rear view mirrors of Jonathan Alvarez.
And with 2 minutes 15 seconds to go, which indicates that we might have 2 more laps. I think we will have 2 laps indeed before the end of the race. This is an interesting situation, almost a carbon copy as that we had in around on the first race, which I think provides another set of questions. If it happens the same in race number 3, what will Jonathan Alvarez and David Perez do in terms of their pit stops? Will they plan it ahead? That's going to be interesting to think.
Yeah, that's a great question, and it's going. And I think what it's really going to become a factor there is going to be the pit stop, the sip and go, in which we can get to see all of our drivers have to stop for a quick sip of fuel and get into go as fast as possible inside of the track again. And we are watching some of the drivers in the middle of the pack having great fights as well. Manuel Pariente Lopez with the American Patriot League trying to catch that Kinetic by Winstream car in front, the number 20. And Jesus still in the same situation, and it's going exactly the same way and in the same moment as we saw him in the first round. 40 seconds to get to the end of the session. They're going to have to complete the last lap, and this is going to be the last chance that Jonathan Alvarez with the number 34 and Maven Motion Pictures on his car is going to get to make the overtake possible for the first time against Jesus Sicilia. I don't know if it's going to be possible or not, but I'm sure that Jesus is having to deal with a bit of pressure right now. Jonathan Alvarez is sure making that possible right now. David Perez losing a little bit of distance.
He's taking a lot more curve than Sicilia this last couple of laps. You saw that on the exit of the chicane, and also in turn number 1 he's even taking the sausage curves that are intended to slow the cars, but if you take him hard enough and you don't get the car upset, you can actually turn faster. So he's pulling every string possible in order to surprise Sicilia.
Right now I can see Jonathan Alvarez struggling inside his helmet. The number 34 with Maven Motion Pictures trying to do everything possible to get as close as possible to that heart-to-heart international car of Jesus Sicilia. The number 8 in front, and this is going to be the last chance in the last sector for Jonathan Alvarez to be able to reach him.
See if he does. He's trying to keep close there, but it's going to be difficult. He will need a Hail Mary move. Nah, he's not gonna make it there. He tried.
And it seemed almost for a second that it was going to be possible, but then again, Jesus Sicilia stays in front. Heart-to-heart international again. Finishing first, Jonathan Alvarez. Second with Maven Motion Pictures, the number 34. And Alga Products with David Perez, the number 19. First, second, and third, respectively. And there we go with Manuel Pariente as well, trying to pull the same maneuver that Jonathan Alvarez would have wanted.
Very good race so far. Very good 2 races indeed. Very interesting results. Aitor Cajido finally finishing 4th. behind the three dominant forces in today's races. Adrián Baeza finishes 5th, completing the top 5 in front of Victor de la Fuente. José Manuel Sicilia in 7th, Nacho Limorti in 8th, 9th place for Antonio Jesús Villalón, and completing the top 10, Juanjo Sánchez.
Very well done by all of them. Martin Merkeva also going through the finish line, the number 24 with Brasco. Juan Romera with CVD Bosses, the number 41, also going through the finish line. And there we go with all of our drivers finishing the second round of racing. And we're going to take a quick little break, and we will be back with the third round. So please stay tuned for that GHA jackpot. We will be right back.